Hi, this is Barbara from Scrappy Mania, and today I want to show you a layout using this paper from GCD Studios. I got it at BitGloss. So actually my sister bought me this pack at BitGloss for $5. So I wanted to use it today. So let me show you the layout. But before I do the layout, I want to show you some of the stuff that I used. This is a stamp that I bought sometime like 2 weeks ago. And it's a Prima stamp. I got it at Tuesday morning. It was, I think, $6.99. So I've been using this a lot. I really like it. The next thing that I used was this other stamp. And if you saw my tutorial prior to this one, I showed you how I went ahead and edited this stamp in order to take out the greeting to you, and I put my own sentiment in the middle. But I'm using this stamp because, as you know, hot air balloon are the rage now. Everything has hot air balloons, so I couldn't resist, and that's why I got this stamp. And then the next thing I'm going to use is I use this corner puncher, so I'm using that for the corners. So let me go ahead and get started. So I cut the paper out. I also used this EK Success edge trim stamp. And this one I got it a long time ago at Ross when they were $2.99. And I took one of the papers. So this paper here that has the circle on it. And I don't know if I have another one of those. Let me show you. Okay, I think that was it. I don't have another one. Anyhow, it only came with one. It should have come with two. Here it is. So I took this paper and I cut out this embellishment out. Then once I cut it out, I cut it in half. So I put one on one side and the other on the other side. So let me go ahead and do the first page. Take everything out. I glimmer mist and I sprayed and glimmer mist my my tag. I'm using some Prima flowers. Here's one of my sentiments from Ellie Edwards' sentiment stamp, and it says, "You are my most favorite memory." I'm going to go ahead and adhere this here, but before I adhere it, I'm going to go ahead and edge it with some dark ink. And I forgot to do that. So I'm going to edge my edge here, because as you can see, once I edge it, you can really see it pop out. Prior to that, it didn't really, it got lost in the mat. So see the difference between that one and that one. So that's why I like to kind of put some inking on the edges. So I'm going to go ahead and start assembling all the pieces, and I'll be back. So I went ahead and put the page, my layer down, and this I used a circle puncher to kind of make those notches so it looks like a post stamp. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to put my mats here, and as you can see, I did distress the edges because when I first put it on, there was not, it kind of blended into the background too much, and I did not like that. So I feel like when I do put some distressing ink on the edges, you can really see the mats. It pops. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and adhere these down. And make sure it's straight. And then I'm going to go ahead and adhere this here. And see, I only put photo corners on each corner because I did not, if you put a photo corner on each mat or 4 photo corners on each mat, it doesn't look, it looks off balance a little bit. You want to make it that it looks kind of uneven, or it looks more balanced this way. It's more pleasing to the eye. Okay, I put a little foam adhesive, and then I'm going to make sure that this piece touches my mat so that way I can slip a picture underneath. And it's going to go there. And actually, I'm going to go ahead and ink the edges on this, because it's blending a little too much with my base paper. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to lay this here, and I'm going to make sure that I put adhesive on the bottom half, so that way I can put a picture underneath it. And then this one, I really want to kind of use some foam adhesive to kind of make it stand out a little bit. And I'm going to cut a little bit there. Okay. I'm going to put this right here. Then I'm going to go ahead and put some of my flowers around my embellishment. And it always looks nice if you make clusters of embellishment and you anchor your embellishments. If I would have put this tag, I need to get a pen. But anyhow, if I would have put this tag down here on the bottom instead of on top, touching the mat, it won't look, it looks like it's not part of the design. It looks kind of floating in the air on its own, and you don't want that. Well, I'm having issues with this glue. Okay, put a little bit there. Glue here. Then I'm going to put one up here, right where it says U. And I might want to put another one here. A little cluster there. And I'm going to go ahead and put another one up here. Right there. I think it'll look nice. And I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of glue on each center. Let me unclog my tube and I'll be back. Okay, so I finished putting some rhinestones on my flowers. And I finished a cluster here. So as you can see, your eye kind of traveled from the top to my little embellishment here. And then I want to have emphasis on the picture. That's why I don't want to put a lot of other embellishments and things on this page. So this is my first page. Now let's go ahead and start on the second page. So I'm going to layer the bottom piece down. So I'm going to go ahead and layer the base page, and then I'm going to ink my photo corners. I'm going to glue it to my mat, and then I'll come back and we'll assemble it all together. Okay, so I went ahead and put my base page, and then I put my embellishment and my ribbon. And then I went ahead and stamped here, it says, remember this moment, cherish this story, celebrate this life. And this is also from the Ali Edwards word stamp. And I really like a lot of the Ali Edwards stamps. They're very, very to the point, and they just look nice. I love her font, and I just look how she mixes the type font together to make a nice saying. At first, I did use the distressing ink, but you couldn't see it from the background. So then I went over it with black ink, and then you get a subtle shadow from it, which is fine. So I left it that way, and I like that. I like it that way. Now I'm going to put this here. So you have to stamp it before you put your mats, so that way you give enough space for your mats. And actually this goes up here, and this one goes down here. So let me go ahead and put my mats, place them down on the page. Okay, and I'm going to bring it over more to the center because I'm going to have this embellishment. It's going to go here, so it's going to have clouds, so that's why I want to kind of bring it more towards the center. And another tip that I want to also let you know that because this circle is actually kind of like leading from half of this circle, you're going to want to put this together before you lay it down. Make sure you measure it so that way it looks like a nice continuous line in your page. So just you butt up the first page against this page, and then you place your embellishment down. And that will guarantee that it looks like it's a continuous circle. Okay, so I'm going to place my balloon, and I'm going to place it here. My photo still will be able to go underneath it nicely. I'm going to go ahead and place this behind the balloon. So this is a cloud, and I kind of cut this freehand. So I cut my cloud freehand. Now this cloud is going to be coming, it's going to be raised, so it has some foam adhesive in the back to give it some dimension. And it's going to go right here. And then my sun is also going to be dimensional. It's going to go right there. So there's my little cluster. And then my next cluster is going to be my tag. And that's going to have adhesive just on the lower half of the tag and a little bit on the side. I'm going to go ahead and put some dimensional adhesive. And actually, let me move this over a little tiny bit. Okay, I'm going to bring this here. I still could slip a photo underneath. And then I'm going to put some more flowers. And it got clogged again. And just going to make a little cluster here. And little rhinestone in the centers. And there's my rhinestone. So I think that's it. So there's my second page. It's simple, very simple. So this is my second page, and this is my first page. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and come back to see me for some more. Thank you for watching. Bye.